Hey, keepers of the flame. Today I'm going to do a Cancerian reading and then hopefully another one. I'm not sure what spirit's going to hit me with today, but I was doing homework for the project I'm starting with trying to bring some yin energy on the planet. And I randomly landed on Cancer. That was Lilith, by the way. And so I was like, ooh, I should do a Cancerian reading. And I'm going to do it, for the yin energy, bringing into comfort, a place of acceptance and comfort, the healthy yin energy. And I'm going to use the asteroids to do that. And I got a lot of homework to do, a lot of homework. But I like that stuff, so I woke up this morning just filled with so much desire and fire. I was so excited, and that hasn't happened in a happy minute. So that, and it is my birthday, so that could be it too. Not sure. But I was like, I'm going to do a Cancerian reading because it's on my brain. It's fresh in my noggin. And I am reading up about the astrology placements in a book called Sextrology. And what it is, it sounds naughty, and it touches a little bit on the sexuality of each sign and the masculine and feminine traits of each sign, because we both have both of them within us, right? So the masculine traits of a Cancerian and the feminine traits of a Cancerian. Now, understand that on this channel, I don't discriminate. So when I say he, she, or they, them, I'm referring to the energy, not the physical aspect of things, if that makes sense. So the yin yang type of energetic thing is what I'm seeing, what I'm reading. I can't even, I wish I could, I can't put things to the physical. Some readers are really talented at going, so this is your auntie's best friend's son, neighbor. I can't do that. I don't know how they do it. It's a sheer mastery of energetic reading. It's really cool how they do that. I do not have that particular talent at this moment. I might focus on developing it at one point, but right now I'm just riding this glorious wave. So the first card that fell out for you, Cancer, is the Two of Earth, which is... So in my readings, in my understanding, and I've read the whole book before, but this was years ago. So Cancerians are ruled by the moon, which makes you, in a way, kind of like natural witches. And I know that might upset some people, and I'm really sorry. This is kind of like a channel that does not discriminate against anything. We see patterns, we understand things, and I go what's the input for me is. So when I'm communicating with spirits, guides, ancestors, ascended masters, I'm not being discriminatory to any practice, I guess you could say. Now there's consequences for every choice, right? That part I'm willing to accept, and we do need to look at that. So I'm not going to poo-poo and blow sunshine up your bum. However, Cancerians just have a natural way with nature. They are naturally in tune with that ebb and flow of the moon cycles and what have you. They're just naturally really good at that. At least every Cancerian I've met, it's just... there's something otherworldly about their energy that you can't quite even put your finger on. No matter how much research you've done into witchcraft and magic and frequency, energy, vibration, there's something about them that is just magnificent. And even as a Scorpio stellium myself, I still can't, it's tough for me to put my finger on it. And Scorpios, we want to touch it. No matter how hot that fire might be, we're like, can I just touch it? So Cancerians have this natural witchy type energy that is just so beautiful. It's beautiful to bask in. And witch hazel is so that. Witch hazel is so that it's a remedy. I use it like as an astringent on my face, even though big one right there. Holy Jesus, does it hurt? Happy birthday to me. Okay, so Cancer is like, and oh man, the thing about witch hazel, I don't know if you've ever seen a witch hazel bush, but sometimes they're orange, sometimes they're yellow. Sometimes people confuse them with forsythia, which blooms right away in the spring too. But witch hazel blooms while there's snow still on the ground. Okay, and so the archetype for Cancerians, for at least the yin side of things, is Cinderella, right? And we think about the story of Cinderella. She's overly inundated with all these feminine energies, right? There's the father died early, and she is just surrounded by, if you will, toxic yin or unhealthy yin, or that frictionary yin that pushes your tuchus towards the fire and just burns away what no longer serves until you become the purest form of yourself, right? That never ending, no matter what the circumstance, and no matter how dire, you're gonna bloom and you are gonna thrive through it, right? That is what this is screaming at me right now. And that is so Cancerian energy. They'll just, I swear, that Steve Winwood song, Roll With It, that is so Cancerian song, because they're like, yeah, whatever, I'm just gonna keep on going. And even the masculine, I've noticed, does that. They're just beautiful masters of just rolling with the energy. No matter what comes their way, they're like, yep, whatevs. And so I'm glad you got this card, Cancer. So the Two of Earth is recognizing, you kind of see those patterns, right? Because traditionally in the tarot, it's the juggler with the Two of Pentacles up in the air, and it's on that infinity symbol, right? And that's representing energetic patterns. So you already see with your intuitive subconscious mind the patterns, and you're going to grow through it anyway. You're like, yeah, I'm going to keep on moving. I love that. Okay. Sorry, that is one card. Sorry, Cancer, I'm long-winded, but that took me on a whole journey. Okay, let's see what else the universe has for Cancerians at this point in time. What else? So you're seeing the patterns. You're growing through whatever storm you're in right now. No matter how bitter, no matter how cold, no matter how unfeeling and cruel it might seem, you're still going. Okay. Kittens, be nice. Awakening, Tulsi. Ooh. So, yeah, you're going through that major transformation of just learning how to, like, roll with the punches, keep going. And now all of that pain has accumulated, right? You have, at the very least, started on the process of transforming into a different person entirely at this particular stage in time. You are already awakened, but now you're coming up with medicine. Okay, so Tulsi is basil, right? It's holy basil. And it has a lot of medicinal qualities to it. And you should just research that. I don't know what YouTube's restrictions on this are. I have a feeling I'm going to have to, like, do my own thing. I'm going to have to eventually start, like, a web page or something so I can speak freely on this stuff with a medical disclosure, of course, that I am not a doctor or a nurse, or I've had some schooling in it, but I can't do that. I tried. I am not equipped for that. I do not have the statue to continue in that particular realm. But I am very interested in medicine, all shapes and sizes, whether it be herbal, musical, spiritual, all that good stuff. But yeah, I would definitely think about maybe getting in it, figuring out what Tulsi does for you. And maybe, this time of year especially, get in it, get on it. Definitely some medicinal values there. You know, how can I ground this in something real and true? So let's look at the Italians, right? Their people live to be like hundreds of years old. I swear to God. So they use basil in almost all their stuff. Basil and oregano too. Oregano is a good one. So if you want to start connecting those web little dewdrops for yourself, start looking at the rest of the world and what they put in their diet for food and what their strength is, right? And then you can start making your own conclusions on what you want to put in your diet. So, what else does Cancer need to know from the universe? Yeah. I actually woke up with a dream about that last night with a sudden urge to start my own website with videos that I could just post without having to feel so constricted. Oh, and that Taurus full moon eclipse is coming up on the 8th in like 5 days. Oh, we have to do a reading for that. Lord sakes alive. Okay. And that's going to be restrictions and understanding your limits, but working with that energy to create a positive outcome. Looking at your finances, your disciplines, and what else? I have a video list of, if you go to my playlist, I have an astrology list that not only has the monthly tarot or monthly astrology reading, but it also has one by Brachia Goldsmith about the full moon Taurus lunar eclipse. Full moon eclipse in Taurus. Yeah, that's how you say it. So she does a really good job of highlighting everything and not scaring the holy bejesus out of you. Because a lot of astrologers are like, this is bad. This is really bad. It's bad. And it's like, okay, it's just an opportunity for growth and expansion. We need to stop the fear porn, in my humble opinion. So go watch that video. She's so good. Or, look it up on YouTube and just type it in. Maybe you already have your favorite astrology podcast. And I can't tell you to put it in the comments because I don't know how to unlock those puppies either. Maybe YouTube isn't going to let me for a hot minute. I don't know. The Emperor. Okay, so you are definitely coming out of this, Cancer, with everything. All the things. Cancer gets all the things, as she should, because boy, oh boy, living a life like Cinderella did. Everything's in a row. Everything. I do this all the time too. I go out into the nature and I collect random little tidbits, and then I come home and I make weird stuff with it. I add crystals and all that other weird stuff. Just for a grid. It's artwork, right? It's art. It's love. It's creativity. It's your direct connect to the divine, right? Especially when you bring nature in. Crystals, stones, pine cones, leaves, branches, trees, whatever it is, right? Bless your surroundings, right? Appreciate all those little things. And that's the other thing too I'm getting from that is like abundance and pentacles and whatnot doesn't always mean coins in the bank. What do you have around you that you value? A lot of us, have been kind of entrained to believe that money means abundance means like a huge amount in your bank account, or nice food on the table, or whatever have you. Well, for some of us that can mean that. Some of us don't have that luxury, right? But at the end of the day, what really does matter though, right? I think it's the people you share the meal with. The reason why you create this beautiful environment, right? Not just for yourself, but so that your loved ones can come into this space and feel like home, like they are loved, supported, and taken care of and nurtured in this environment, right? So yes, we give thanks for that, for having a home to make a home. But we also give thanks for things that we now know for certain after this whole 3-year block of chaos, that those inner relationships are the ones that really add value to our lives, right? Because you can have all the most beautiful experiences in the entire world, and when you have no one to share them with, what does it really mean, right? So all those interconnected relationships kept at balance. And some of us might have to realize that, that particular mindset is not being held with this person when I'm with this person. And that's okay, Cancer. That's okay. It doesn't decrease from your value at all. It doesn't. And don't let it decrease your value, because it's not worth it. If those people don't want to make a safe space for you, then don't enter their space. You can love people. I've learned this in probably the last 9 months of my life. You can love people with all of your heart from a very safe distance. You can. It's doable. Okay, so remember what's important and capitalize on it, right? Okay. And that can mean a business. It doesn't have to, but it definitely can mean a business. It can mean, maybe you found your way in the world and it fills you with bliss. Freaking capitalize on that. Get it. Go get it. I never thought I'd say this, but I'm looking into like business practices that are, I just need a structure, right? I can't keep doing this willy-nilly as much as I love it. I need a structure of some sort. So that way people who come into the space feel like there's boundaries and structure here. I'm trying to create a safe space here, and I feel like it's just all over the place right now. And I'm like, okay, structure. I just need a little bit of structure, a little bit of something, so everybody's like, yep, here we're safe. And so that's what I'm working towards right now. And I kind of need like a model of some sort for something. I'm putting my feelers out. That's what I'm doing. So it's your way of understanding the world, whatever that means for you. It doesn't have to be in house or home. It can be in business. It can be out with a group of people that you maybe are trying to lead, or a group of people that you have to get along with. Creating that safe space. Maybe it's within yourself. Maybe you need to create a safe space that's harnessed in your own environment, in your own mind and your subconscious, right? Ruler of the moon. Maybe that's what you need to do. Find that safe space. Let that storm pass over you and just stay centered, right? And now that's not to say don't feel any emotion. Oh, Cancerians, don't ever tell a Cancerian to calm down, kids. Don't do it. You need to have your ebb and flows. You need that. That is a huge part of who you are, is that abundance of emotion that you have. And it's a gift. It's not a curse. I know. Probably believe it's not. Are you coming, buddy? All right. So just remember that when you can hold space for yourself and hold it sacred, it's difficult to let others violate that. So create it within yourself first, and then move it out into the world, if that makes any sense at all. I think that's what I did. Don't quote me. But yeah, I think once you try to dedicate yourself to an inner world of peace and calm, you automatically kind of want to bring it into the physical, right? Anybody want to pipe up for Cancer over here? Universe got an oracle code. This is Into the Lonely Woods. No, I don't feel like you're lonely right now. Yeah, I'm not feeling this deck. I'm like, I don't think Cancer's lonely right now. Okay, and then this is Yoda. Okay. So I'm going to get you the Fairy Wisdom deck. I used that for Gemini the other day, and it was really cool. Right. Jim's got a big pop out. Okay. All right, I apologize. I am a total mess, but I'm about to go in the outdoor woods and play. Sort of. Okay. That's better. Okay. These move so much freer. Okay. What does the universe want Cancer to know? Any advice for Cancer from the universe? Okay. Shaman. Okay, buddy. Come here. He's stuck in the boat. There we go. Okay. So, you're healer. You're already there. Like I said, I'm like, you're culminating something. Something is happening where I think you need to bring your medicine forward. So, healer. I'm not going to say the S word. So, I did a little interview on Rich Lopp's channel, The Awakening Experience. And I explained to his listeners that the S word is actually a curse word to most natives who know what it means, including like people from other countries. It actually translates to homeless. It's a breakdown in Sumerian language. And I've heard that from 3 different people now, and one was from Chile. So she was very adamant that we don't call our healers and our medicine men and women the S word. And someone told me Alan Watts said the same thing. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense. So I'm just going to call this healer. So at the beginning, the reason I said you're kind of natural witches. Now, we have such a negative connotation with that blasted word. And there's nothing wrong with being a witch. It just means you're connected to Mother Nature, which we've vetted out of our culture so efficiently over the last how many thousands of years that people are scared of it now. People don't understand it. They have a negative connotation on it. And all it means is that you're in tune. Being a witch just means you see the frequency, energy, vibration that's moving around you and how you're connected to the earth, how you're connected to source, how this whole entire process of ethos and earth is an ebb and flow. Okay, that's what you've been feeling your entire life. It's just coming and going and coming and going. And you're coming into the process. I'm understanding that. Ebb and flow, ebb and flow. So you know what? You're blooming anyway, and now you have medicine to bring to the world. Okay? So you're being called in a major, major way here. Major, major way to harness that wisdom. So not only is this particular horned beast white, but it also, look at all those antlers. The more antlers, the older the beast is. I can't tell you what that is. I've never seen an elk, a deer. I don't think it's an antelope, but at the same time, the bigger the antlers, the more wise the being. So you are definitely at your peak point, Cancer. And look at that big old moon in the background there. If this card doesn't scream Cancer, I don't know what does. So, we might have to do another deep dive into what kind of medicine you're supposed to be in. And it doesn't have to be, okay, so people think, herbal witchcraft or whatever, toil, boil, and bubble. You don't need to be handling any eye of newts or newt eyes or whatever, or nasty tails or anything like that. That's not what this means. This means that whether you're musically inclined, whether you're spiritually inclined, whether you're herbally inclined, I don't care if you just want to sit in the kitchen and freaking make brownies all day. Whatever it is, that's medicine for people, right? Your gifts are not some stupid thing to be cast aside because, somebody else is already doing it, or somebody, made it look bad, or somebody blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is. No. Follow it. Follow your heart's desire and bring it to the table, because we need it more than ever right now. We need that energy more than ever on the planet. That's why I'm here. Okay. So, keyword teacher. I actually dated an orchestra conductor, and he was a Cancer. Like, just freaking cool guy. He was so in tune. Freaking magical energy he had. So the healer indicates that you're being asked to take the next step in your spiritual development. Ask that you be given a healer's guide to assist you on your journey. This guide will help you become more aware of your own inner teacher. Center yourself, release any fears, and move completely into faith. Tell the universe that you are now ready for the next step in the development of your gifts and understanding. Now allow yourself to be guided. Trust in divine timing. Understand that in every step you take during this journey, you are divinely protected as you wind your way between the visible and the invisible worlds. Healers will help you to unlock the sacred knowledge that is there for you. If you drew this card, you have the potential to be a spiritual teacher and guide to others. Prepare yourself by meditating, praying, listening, and reading as much about spirituality as possible. Sorry, I'm getting a lot all at the same time. Okay. So prepare yourself by meditating, praying, listening, and reading as much about spirituality as you can, and by taking good care of your mental, emotional, and physical self. Be a good example to others. Remember to leave the ego out of it and learn and create from the heart. This card is green if you can't tell. Others may not seem as advanced as you are, but that too could be an illusion. Every person has her own path, his or her own path, and timetable for personal growth. All paths lead to the source. Spirit wants only what's best for you. So your chant is, I invert all fear and turn it into faith. I trust inner knowing and the outer guidance to work in harmony for my highest good. I become one with my journey and travel the road between the worlds in complete trust, for I am the light of God. Now I ask that the sacred knowledge that is mine to know be open to me. In the name of Divine Spirit, so mote it be. Give yourself an apple today. Wow, Cancer. Whew, that's some powerful medicine. Okay. Wow. I'm so excited for you. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So, for me, I kind of didn't really have a goal when I was doing all my spiritual work. I just know I loved it and I was following my heart. That's it. That's all. I never imagined it would accumulate to this. I just thought it was part of life. Like, it was just an integral part of my life and I wasn't going to do anything with it. So you might have been on that journey already too. So if you feel like weird, left out, whatever, there's living by the moon, right? It goes through the moon cycles. Boy, I'm glad I put that there. Holy bejesus. So the warrior goddess way and the warrior goddess training also. Look at me! Okay, so, and I'll put these titles. I'll see if I can learn how to link. Okay. See, that's what happens when you spend all your time in spirituality. You don't learn how to do the technological stuff. Sacred medicine. This is like super helpful in understanding patterns. So you can understand a pattern and not know how to talk about it, right? Because there's no logos for this. We completely lost the logos that goes around with sacred medicine, right? So this helps with that. This gives you a little bit of a tool. Although be it animal, it still is enveloping that logos within you. So you can start to kind of weave a different type of web with it. And nothing really else up here. I have a ton more. I have so many more. I'll have to do that one day. Just go through my books and be like, read this one. Me and Kyle did this one now. Lilith Keepers. This is the whole channel's premise right here, by the way. I'll do a video about that later. But yeah. So also, you can look up online in your local community. There's probably a spiritual center. Now, mine is quite a ways away. I kind of live off in the boonies-ish, a little bit away from normal, whatever. Anyway, so you can look it up, though, in your local communities. There's probably a spiritual practitioner place where like you can go and they'll host different spiritual practitioners. Like I've seen medical oracles, I have seen several different healers, medicine men, natives from around the world, right? People who know the old ways. One lady used a drum, another man had his kundalini open. So you can start to understand this way of life on a visible level rather than just what you've seen on the boob tubes. What else? And bring meditation into your daily practice. That's not only going to help you out personally, but it'll also help you out spiritually. And now I'm terrible at being super disciplined. I try, like even like I'll like if I have to do dishes, I'll meditate. I meditate in the shower if I don't have time. If I'm under a time crunch some days. So people think meditation is sitting down and being like, no, not always. Okay, you can clean your floors and meditate. Anything that's monotonous, that just does not require much of any brain power, you can send yourself into meditation. And between worlds, right? When we're talking between worlds, before you go to bed and when you wake up, be very mindful and intent with that energy that you're using. So if you want to ask the universe for help, or ask for anything, spirit guides, whatever have you, right before you're about to drift off to sleep. Or write it down on a piece of paper and slip it under your pillow. And when you wake up in the morning, it's a good time to set the intention for your day. Please be with me today. Please guide me today. Please, I need help with this today. I'm having this, yada, yada, yada. Be with me. Helping me to remember to breathe, yada, yada, yada. So the practice of yoga and meditation is mostly developed on breathing. And if you can master that, you can pretty much keep a calm head.